climate smart approach to nutrition gardening, climate smart agriculture. So it's a system that we refer to as bio-intensive because it's biological, it's 100% organic, and it's intensive. So within a small area of land, we're able to produce a lot of crops. And, but the focus of IIRR's bio-intensive garden is always nutrition. The priority is nutrition, and for that reason we emphasize on indigenous crops. We put as much as 60–70% of our crops are local varieties, because we have enough research to show that indigenous crops have a higher nutrition contribution than exotic crops. There's already work being done by Food and Nutrition Research Institute and others that indicate that local varieties of crops actually are better contributors of good nutrition than exotic crops, with the exception of carrot, which is high in vitamin A. But when it comes to the other vegetables, all the other vegetables, if you take a list of 20–30 vegetables, the top 25 are local, indigenous, from point of view of carrot is the one exception of an exotic crop that has a high nutritional value. So we emphasize local crops. But there's another reason why we emphasize local crops. It's probably the most important reason for me personally, and that is to conserve these varieties of crops. We are losing these varieties of crops. And so farmers might not be growing them anymore, but at least we can get the schools to grow them and conserve them for future generations. So yeah, I remember we showed them this crop, labug, Tagalog labug. Nobody in that group knows that crop. They've forgotten. Labug. Yeah, labug. It is roselle in English. Roselle.
Which is, that is?
Roselle in English. Roselle.
That is the blue one, ba?
The red one, the reddish one. Okay. So when I came to the Philippines many years ago, farmers were growing it. Now in this group of teachers, nobody has seen it. Okay.
I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, so
I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah, so those are examples of crops that are slowly disappearing. And so what we are doing now is we are bringing back these seeds. We're going around collecting these seeds from different parts of the Philippines using schools and all. Then we multiply them in our crop museums. We have 6 crop museums all over Cavite. All this is being done with DEPED. Okay, please be aware that whatever I'm saying is we are doing collaboratively with DEPED. You know, they are our main partners. The other main partner is the Food and Nutrition Research Institute, and you will meet them later this morning, and you will get to see them, talk to them later this afternoon. So they're dealing with the nutrition part of it. So from that perspective, we are focusing on conservation of agrobiodiversity, agrobiodiversity of nutritional importance. So conserving our agrobiodiversity resources of the Philippines, and we feel that school is the best place to conserve these agrobiodiversity resources. So we have at any point in time in a garden, a typical school garden, as many as 20 to 30 different crops that are grown. So of course growing 20 to 30 different crops also means nutritional diversity. Okay, so nutritional diversity is important because people get bored eating the same vegetables every now and then. So we emphasize nutritional diversity. And you can have nutritional diversity only if you have diversity in the garden. I mean, if you have dietary diversity, if you have garden diversity. So if you have a diverse source of vegetables in your garden, then your diet is also going to be diverse. Okay, and the more diverse your diet is, the better it is for your health. It's a very simple, basic nutrition principle. Increase the diversity of your diet, and then you will have the nutritional balance you need. People might argue with me about that, but that's been the thing that we've been emphasizing. You know? So, like if you may have heard my last comments there about health is a big concern, and without fiber, you know, diabetes, blood pressure, heart disease, all of them are adversely affected when you don't have dietary fiber. Plant like this, for example, amaranth, in Tagalog, colitis.
That is the colitis.
Yeah.
Colitis.
This is colitis. It's the nutrition workhorse. It has a high vitamin A, high vitamin C, and high calcium. It's colitis, except this variety is a high productive variety. So this is our nutrition workhorse, the one crop that we have. We have now distributed these seeds everywhere, and yesterday was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, because yesterday all the schools brought their seeds and somebody can share you pictures if you want. They brought their seeds and they exchanged the seeds with other schools, and all the schools were distributing seeds of the. So those schools from Cavite gave the seeds of this to the schools from Calabar zone. So yesterday they provided their seeds from 2 years of work. They provided it free. And what a difference from seed companies that want to produce seeds that you have to go back to them every now and then. Farmers share their genetic resources very generously. So we are encouraging the generous sharing of genetic resources. Genetic resources are not meant for individual profit. Genetic resources are meant for community use and community benefit. So that's why we're very proud of this particular school program. We're talking too much.
So when did you start with the program?